Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, take your pick wherever you are in the world. Today we're heading off to Canada and we're going to meet Sabrina Fallah. So, hello Sabrina.
Hi.
How are you doing?
You? I'm good.
Smashing, good to hear. So, tell me, obviously you're not in a band, you're just yourself. Is that your real name or is that just a stage name?
Sabrina Fallah is my actual name, and I am solo, but if I do need a band, I will get one for certain shows that I do. But I've been solo my entire life.
Right, okay.
Performing, yeah.
And like I said, you're in Canada, so let's pinpoint it. Whereabouts are you actually from, please?
Ottawa, Ontario.
Ottawa, Ontario, right. Anybody famous from that region? Apart from you, of course.
No, I don't know.
Well, not to worry. You'll do for me.
I listen to a lot of artists from the States, so I have no idea.
Right. So, Sabrina, do you write all your own songs?
Yes, I write my own music, and I also like to co-write as well.
Okay, right. So when you co-write, who's that with? Is that somebody, one person, or anybody?
It's one person because it's easier to split the royalties that way.
No, I mean, is it one person? Is it one particular person, or is it just anybody? You know what I'm saying? Is it one person specific all the time?
No. Oh, no. I've worked with many different songwriters.
Right, okay, I understand now. So what, this is a really difficult question because if somebody asked me this, I'd be scratching my head. But what genre do you class yourself as?
Rock.
Just rock?
Well, I have people saying pop rock, punk rock, rock, alternative rock, indie rock. They can say anything, but when people ask me, I say I'm rock because I sing different styles of rock, so I just say rock.
Right, can't fault your answer there. You know what you want and you know what you're doing. So this is a question, I think I know the answer to this one. I'm guessing you're a full-time artist, you don't do any other work?
Since I got signed last year, I am a full-time musician, and I recently got, a year later, I got on a mainstream radio this year. So, yeah, I am full-time artist, and I don't really have time to get a job, so this is my job. This is my passion. I don't call it is a job, but it's not something I am told to do. It's what I enjoy waking up to every morning to do. So.
Fabulous, right. So when you say you got signed, who was that by?
Dance Plan Records in Montreal, in Quebec. They're like about 2 hours away from me.
Okay. That's smashing. So, here's a question for you. What artists, other artists that's well known throughout the world, influence you, and who do you maybe think you sound a little bit like?
Okay, my influences are male. So Green Day is the reason why I started to be in rock music because of their American Idiot album. That I just couldn't stop listening to, and I'm like, that's the sound, that's the style. And then Bon Jovi came next, because it's Bon Jovi. and then Billy Idol. And it's amazing because I have seen Billy Idol in concert. He's amazing on stage. I've seen them all, but I finally got to see Billy Idol, and I'm like, wow.
Good.
For what I've been told that I sound like, I've been told I sound a lot like Joan Jett. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pat Benatar.
Yeah, I'll agree with the Joan Jett one for definite. I thought of that one, I Love Rock and Roll, when I heard you straight away.
The lead singer of the Cranberries and Melissa Etheridge.
So you got a good range then from the sounds of things, yeah.
Yeah, very good female upfront singers, yeah.
Smashing.
Very good one.
So here's a question for you then, seeing as you mentioned all these bands that you've seen and that. Is there any band from, not necessarily from today, but in any time in period of history that you want to go back to, as far as you want to go back to, is there any band that you would have loved to have been in?
Probably Elvis Presley.
Really?
because he's rock and roll, bluesy, and that's how it came about, right?
Right.
And
so it'd have been Sabrina in the Jordanaires.
I actually like singing his songs, and I would definitely do a cover of his song. Like, it's Elvis Presley. I wish I saw him live, but yeah, it's Elvis.
You're probably too young, Sabrina. Right. So
I know.
What about touring? Do you like to do tours apart from in Canada? Would you like to go around the world and tell me where you'd like to go?
I would love to tour the world. One day I would love to, because I have performed in Canada and the States. I would love to go to Europe and do a tour, and in the UK it'll be cute. Because I hear a lot of artists do that. They go because all the places are so close. They just take a bus and just go from place to place.
Yeah, we're not particularly.
I would love.
We're not a particularly big country.
Yeah, so I would love to. That is one of my goals, to do that one day.
Right, smashing.
Yeah.
So what about the rest of Europe? Any particular cities you'd fancy visiting?
Everybody is so friendly there and so welcoming that I would go anywhere. Honestly, it's just the jet lag I have a problem with. But other than that, I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, it'd be good to get your guitar and get yourself across it. I'm sure you'd make a good impression. So let's supposing that you become really, really famous in the world in the next couple of years. How do you think the fame would change you? What would you do? Would you move home, or would you? How would fame change you? Because invariably it would.
All I know is I will not leave home. Like, I don't mean like I won't leave my house. I mean like I will stay living in Canada because it's my home and it's where I'm comfortable with. And I think what I would say to answer that question is I will try to let it not change me, because fame can change people into becoming a bit of a thinking they have everything when really you really don't have everything sometimes. And I'm just trying to be the same person I am as I am succeeding, because I don't want to lose my friends or anything either.
Good.
But I'm trying to stay grounded. I'm trying to remember that the people that I have now, I don't want to lose if I do succeed, because I do need them to lean on at some point. If I need somebody to talk to, I need them there. So, like now that I'm on radio, I'm really excited, but I don't think it has changed me in any way.
That's brilliant.
I'm just happy. Good to hear. I'm just happy that I got that goal check. Like I got it. Now up to the next goal. I always have goals I'm trying to achieve, so I achieved that one. There's so many more, but yeah, I will do my best not to change. But I'm really trying not to, but I don't know what happens. But I'm trying to just remember who I am and not overthink things. Because I know from what I've seen, fame can change you, but I'm trying to not let it.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. So yeah. You've got this record label now that you've been signed to and that. So are you doing a lot of live work, or are you doing a lot of recording in the studio for this label?
Well, right now, because of the COVID, the pandemic,
yeah, I'm
just writing some songs, and hopefully next year I can get back into the studio, because right now I can't get into the studio right now. But I am working on some new songs. I'm writing and making music for it, but hopefully soon I can go and actually record it and put it down on tracks and put it out, hopefully by next year. But you never know what's going to happen, because this virus keeps going and coming, going and coming.
Yeah,
So.
I know what you mean. So when you write these songs, are you piano based or guitar based, or can you play anything?
They are guitar based,
Right,
and
okay.
I play guitar.
Yeah. So when you do a live show, do you get stage fright?
I don't get stage fright. I get so anxious that I want to get on that I never want to get off. Like, maybe at the beginning I was scared, but I think it was just because it's the first time and you're trying to do it. But I don't get stage fright. I get anxious, and then I'm more anxious than anything.
Yeah.
I'm not scared because I just love singing in front of people. That is just like. It's not even anxiety. It's just like, oh my God, I just want to get up there and do it. Just having this pandemic is really affecting me because I want to go and sing in front of people.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. I know, once you hit that first chord, you're in, aren't you? Right then. So, when you've been playing live in ordinary times, of course, who have you supported? Anybody that's kind of well known throughout the world, or maybe just Canadian people who are well known?
Well, all I can say is I have performed on stages where mainstream acts have performed on. So I wouldn't say I opened up for them, but like, for example, the Ottawa Tulip Festival, in the morning they would have the local acts, and then in the evening they would have the sign acts. So I have been on big stages, but I haven't like opened up for a mainstream act yet. But hopefully one day, when everything is okay to go back out, you never know. Anything can happen. I am very positive, so
Good.
anything can come my way.
Smashing. So, this one always makes me laugh when I ask people, what's your best and your worst ever gig? You know, either high numbers and low numbers, or your instruments went out of tune, or your amp fell over, whatever. What's your best and your worst gig?
Okay, I will not mention the places because I don't want to do that, but the worst, I would have to say, it's not even a gig, it was an open mic that I did, and I would have to say it was the worst sound guy I've ever had, because when I was singing my high notes, he was lowering down my microphone, and I almost snapped, but luckily I moved my head back that I didn't strain my voice, but he could have given me vocal damage. Because he should have brought the mic up, not down, to go up for vocals. So that was the worst experience for that. Now the best one, it would have to be, I've had quite a few, but I think I'm going to mention the one in Barbados. I got to perform at the Whole Town Festival in 2011, and I was the only artist from Canada, actually. And after I did my shows, people would actually recognize me there because everybody knows each other there, so they would know, oh, that's the girl, that's Miss Ottawa. So every time people saw me, they would call me Miss Ottawa.
Very good.
So,
sounds like a beauty contest from days gone by.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Right then, Sabrina, so obviously we're going to be listening to you in a bit, but how can people around the world get in touch with you and hear your songs? You know.
Okay, so they can go to iTunes or Apple Music. I'm also on Spotify as well if they want to stream it. And my website is sabrinafallah.com.
Right, can you spell Fallah? It's Fallah, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, I'm sure everybody can spell Sabrina. Yeah, right. So what we're going to do, we're going to play one of your songs here, and it's called Frontline. What's that about?
Okay, so Frontline is a song I wrote when I was living in Toronto for a year or two because I wanted to move there to perform in that music scene. Because Ottawa's music scene is not as big, so I went there to network more. And I was having some problems with my friends because, you know, I was trying to push my career. So I wrote the song basically about going for your dream and not letting anybody get in your way, and just know that when you go up the mountain, you might lose friends and make new ones. So it's just keep going, because that's what you want. So that's why I wrote the song Frontline.
Right, okay. So we're going to listen to Sabrina Fallah with Frontline.
Didn't take